It's time for Apple Farm Chatter, your podcast for all things Apple Farm Service, the latest ag news, dealership events, and upcoming trends. Put on your work clothes. Apple Farm Chatter begins now.
Welcome to Apple Farm Chatter. Kent Holmes here from Apple Farm Service, and we have our very first episode here today with Apple Farm Service Chatter. And since this is the very first podcast, I thought we should kind of explain the ground rules a little bit. So we're going to try to record this live. Every time that we do an episode, we're going to do our best to record it live. And then as soon as it's done, we're going to upload it back onto the interwebs for you guys to enjoy. And so without further ado, I thought I would introduce our guests that we have right now. So across from me is Alex Ryan, our Precision Farming Manager. Hi, Alex. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Next to Alex is Michaela. Michaela is the Marketing Assistant here at Apple Farm Service. Hello, Michaela.
Hello.
Hello. And then we have John Fulton from the Ohio State University joining us to talk about a little bit here too. How are you doing, John?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to be talking primarily on precision farming, precision planting, everything precision. But since this is our first episode, I thought I have something for you guys. Here you go.
Should I be worried?
Is it a cup?
Maybe. So here, wait. Let's all wait to open them up. Something very, very special. Okay, you can open them now. Oh, John, you don't need a knife for him. It should just... Oh, you do need a knife for him. I'm sorry.
Yay, it's a...
Is this used?
No, it's not used.
Okay.
I'm holding a rock.
Oh, look at that.
All right, but everyone else, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There's our celebration for the first podcast. So we should start off here. I'm going to start with you, Alex. So, Alex, a Precision Farming Manager here. Alex, I should start to ask first, what is precision farming?
Well, if you ask the smarter people than me what precision farming is, it is a farming management strategy based on observing, measuring, and responding to temporal and spatial variability to improve agricultural production sustainability. But an easier version of that is it's the technology that's going to help our farmers improve their operations.
Gotcha. Okay. And so I guess in layman terms, here with Apple Farm Service, what do you offer with precision here?
Yep. So we actually carry quite a few brands. In addition to the monitors and navigation receivers, which are going to help with guidance in the field. We also offer different services that can help us with yield data, precision plantings, so sensors and different things that are going to go on your planter to help with everything from making sure that furrow is nice and strong all the way to telling you what the soil temperature is. And then also new things like Pipe Ag, a new software, and lots of really, really cool things to come as well.
Awesome. Now, I had some fun with this one, and you helped out with this too. We thought, what would life be like without precision ag and those that maybe don't choose to use precision? And so, without further ado, here is a movie trailer that we created. I'll just play it. How's that?
Okay.
From Warner Brothers Pictures comes the movie event you've been waiting to experience. It was a normal day on the field until one fatal mistake. One missed calibration, and no AB line. A man stranded in his own field, lost to the endless flat landscape.
Look what I have created! I have made fire! I have made fire!
He thought he knew his field. He thought he was planting straight. He thought he didn't need precision farming on his equipment. He thought wrong.
I'm sorry, Wilson! Wilson, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Wilson! Wilson!
Castaway 2, A Man Without GPS, coming to a theater near you and streaming on all services.
And I know what I have to do now. Gotta keep breathing, because tomorrow the sun will rise. Who knows what the tide could bring?
So there we go. The importance of having your precision guidance and your precision equipment. Does that sound familiar, Alex?
I'm just so glad that you could have Tom Hanks help out.
I know,
help out
right?
with that.
I was surprised he was available. He's a busy man. So you mentioned the different solutions that we offer and all the different things that we have. Something new, though, that people out there might be interested in is precision packages that you just released. So those that hear those words precision package, what do you mean by precision package, Alex?
So what we wanted to do is, our utmost goal is to provide customer service and good service to our customers, whether they have the smallest operation or the largest operation. Everybody's important to us. And so how we wanted to make this more available to them and to sort of spell out a little bit more specifically what they might need is we broke them into these service packages. And so these are a yearly subscription. And each package contains something different that'll help them on their farm. So, for example, the basic package is $600 a year, and that's for someone that maybe doesn't need a whole lot of help, but wants to have that reassurance of precision assistance. And that's two farm visits per year, software updates to the display, nav, and receiver, a display setup, basic calibration of the guidance system, review the system operation. And each additional system on the farm is another $200. But that basic package is good for a year and also includes really good support throughout the season, no matter whether it's January or in the middle of planting. Now, when we get to our premium packages, these are $600 per season or $1,200 a year. So essentially a planting package and a harvest package. And what those include is a preseason farm visit for a data cleanup, software updates to the display, nav, receiver, and planter controller, a data load to the display setup, advanced calibration of the guidance systems, the calibration of section control and our harvest sensors, review of how to operate the display, in-season phone and remote support, and again, each additional system is $200. So it doesn't matter what time of day it is. If you call, someone's going to answer and be able to help you in that time because, if you're not moving, you're not making money.
Sure. And really, I don't... John, you farm a little bit. That sounds pretty reasonable, would you say?
I would say with that cost, it's very reasonable to have that kind of service. So compliments of putting those packages together to support your customers.
Yeah. And so it sounds like there's a solution out there if you want to make sure that before you go out into the field that your monitor is calibrated, it's ready, your equipment's calibrated and ready, at least on the precision side, that when you go out there, you know that it's going to be, when you say to go straight, it's going to go straight.
Yep, it's sort of that insurance and peace of mind to know if something goes wrong, I've got your back. Give me a call, no matter whether it's Sunday at 8 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning. I'll probably answer the phone and be able to help you through those different situations as they arise.
Sure. Actually, you were talking about calling at any time of the day, and of course we don't mind, but it's funny. We got a recording from one of your best customers. I don't know if you know this. Do you know this?
I do not. I do not.
We got a recording from one of the other precision guys and one of your favorite customers. So would you like to hear it?
I'm just so thrilled.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. 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 Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good.
I won't play the rest, Alex. It goes
you hear
on
me
for
now?
another 2
Yes.
hours. So.
Oh, lovely.
So, yeah, if you want more information on those precision packages, though, Alex, where can they go?
Definitely be able to go to applefarmservice.com/packages. In addition, you'll find on all of our precision farming tab underneath service. There's a lot of great tools to make you successful. And it even has my phone number on there, so you can call me at any time that you need.
Awesome. Now I'm gonna move on to another topic here. At least it interests me. I think it interests you, John, and helio drones. So tell us, we've been talking a lot about here at the store, Apple Farm Service, about these helio drones. Alex, what are these drones?
Besides being one of the coolest things ever, helio drones is a sprayer and granular spreader drone. When you think of a drone, you probably think of something that you may be able to buy at the store, a little bit smaller, like a Phantom or a Mavic, something that DJI offers. But these things are a lot bigger. We were just looking, and the largest drone that Helio makes, empty, is over 170 pounds. And so, with over 600 pounds of thrust. So, these things are ginormous. Even the smallest one takes almost 2 people to lift. And can barely fit in the back of a pickup. So these are not your typical everyday drones. Helio itself was started by a group of college roommates. They all went to University of Texas at Austin, and they're all aeronautical engineers, and they came up with this solution. One might think that they have this incredible corporate center with a huge supply chain and all these things, because everything that they make is made in Texas. But it's actually a very modest operation in half of a warehouse. In fact, the CEO, his desk is a sheet of plywood underneath a storage rack. So very modest operation, but these guys have really got a great thing going on, and it's already around the country. And we're thrilled to be one of the first dealers in the United States. And we're going to be rolling out a lot of information coming up about this, including an unveiling ceremony that'll be coming up in the near future as well.
Okay. And so you mentioned these huge drones. How are any of them smaller than that, though, for the folks that maybe don't have this extra person to help load these drones and move them around?
Sure. So the 2 smaller models can definitely be managed by one person. And just to clarify, a lot of people are going to say, is this only for spot spraying? And while a lot of that it's going to be used for spot spraying, the largest one, the 172, actually has a swath of 40 feet. And so you can link 4 of these things together. And so theoretically, you could have a 160-foot swath. Now, we're only looking at about 2 gallons per acre, about 100 acres an hour. But that is significantly higher than what things have been able to accomplish in the past. And a lot of people, the first question they ask me is, how long does the battery last? And the answer is that you will run out of product before you run out of battery. And so each Helio drone comes with several sets of batteries that you keep in a rotation, and so you never have to stop going. And contrary to popular belief, you don't have to fly with a controller. Everything is done through Agrasol on the computer, and you hit arm and engage, and it does everything from there based on GPS RTK.
Okay. And then you mentioned with RTK, can you explain maybe those that aren't even sure what that is? What is RTK?
Yep, so real-time kinematics. Pretty much the easiest way to explain this is we have a base station that folds up. We put it in the middle of the field. We'll connect that base station to the appropriate channels, and then that gives a lot more specific guidance to that drone. And we use RTK quite a bit with our agricultural equipment as well. So, and then we could talk all day about RTK. Dr. John could really talk about RTK all day. And then you get into like RTK Plus, which is based off of cell towers. So we're getting more and more precise with our guidance and variability there.
Okay. And if somebody wanted to go just Google Helio, how do they spell that?
Yep. So Helio is named after the god of the sun, and so it's Hylio.
Okay. And really, you can see videos of them online, and they do work. They do work. In fact, we got a video that came behind the weeds from the other side to just show how effective these Helio drones are. So would you like to listen to it, Alex?
I would just love to.
Okay.
Come in, Ragweed. What's your position?
Copy. I hear ya. I'm in position.
Do you need support?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I've infiltrated them. I'm inside. There's no way they're gonna find me. I'm safe. I'm just gonna stay here, and one day, I'm gonna grow, and before you know it, I'm gonna drop some seeds, and we're gonna take over. Wait, what's that? What's that? What is that? What? No!
Ragweed. Ragweed, what's going on? Ragweed, do you copy? Ragweed, do you copy? We've lost Ragweed.
So yeah, we've been told it works really, really well, and so that's some secret footage that we were able to get from behind the weeds, from the other side with a helio drone. It's kind of a somber moment there.
Yeah, you really, took out Ragweed there, didn't you?
Pigweed.
Or pig, yeah, him
Pig-
too.
Oh, pigweed as well. So, I thought we'd move on over. So John Fulton decided to join us here. Thank you, John, for spending some time with us. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
And of course, we're very well aware of all the things you've done and where you work. But for those that are listening, this might be the first time they've heard the name Dr. John Fulton. Doctor, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Boy, I should have came better prepared with some jokes and stuff here. Kind of get back at you guys. But no, like I said, thanks for having me. I'm a faculty member at Ohio State University in the Food, Ag, and Biological Engineering Department. And
hold on one second. If you're not just not just Ohio State, but the Ohio State. Okay, now it can continue.
I better correct myself. The Ohio State University, and yeah, that's a long story in itself, right? Where that came from, but what we trademarked that this past year as well. So a lot of focus on the at Ohio State, but.
But they just sign your paycheck, right?
They do, and but we got a lot of good stuff going on. But you know, if you ask me what I do day to day, I do some teaching, including our precision ag class, and do quite a bit of research, and then the third leg of that is extension and outreach, and get the privilege of serving farmers here in Ohio, but get to travel quite a bit in the U.S. and internationally. Primarily focused on digital ag, precision ag, and so have a pretty enjoyable job. We got a lot going on, a lot of excitement, and when we think about precision farming or precision ag, you look globally, not just here, where we're at today, but globally, it's a hot topic and expanding regardless of what continent you go to. So a lot of effort right now in integrating technology at all levels to help farmers.
So in the classes you're teaching now, what are some of the trends that you see that you're teaching about in precision?
So, I mean, the trends kind of start from I would characterize the drones. I mean, here in the last couple of years, we've really seen the influx of drones being put to use. I mean, we're seeing them used for scouting, collecting data, to spraying and even spreading cover crops. I mean, 2022 will really go down, I think, in Ohio as the year where spray drones and even cover crop application really took off using drones. But I remind everyone that that's just another tool in the toolbox. I mean, it's not going to replace a ground machine. It's not going to replace our aero applicators for like fungicides and things, but it's another tool to do some things and complement what we're already doing. The other trends that are really coming forward, and we'll use John Deere as an example, but we're seeing everyone come to the forefront of this kind of a spot and spray type technology. And so rather than doing a full broadcast spray operation, we'll say for herbicides in particular, we're able to identify those weeds and potentially at least spray them, but potentially down the road we'll not only be able to identify and tell us that it is a pig weed, but be able to maybe start thinking about putting certain product down, and so we can do that changing across the field. But that's something of interest. And then the other trend that's a pretty heavy discussion here over the last year is just autonomy. I mean, whether we're here at Apples probably and to the farm and anyone in between in agriculture, labor is a challenge. And these farmers, and there's some that it's hard to get folks, and if I can automate, we just had a big discussion on one of our webinars the other day, but automate like tillage or even the grain cart, some of these operations, and kind of like Alex was saying, you just hit the button, it does it. That's a big thing when I can't find someone to throw in a tractor, and to support that. And so there's a lot of interest. And so I just kind of bring awareness to folks. Don't be surprised in the next few years. If you're not into the precision ag, or even if you are, you look across the fence and you see things like autonomous fertilizer spreaders. You see autonomy in tillage and some of these other field operations. It's coming pretty quick. So those would probably be the three that I really see that I think growers are interested in, consultants are interested in, and dealerships like yourself are trying to support that and figure out how to offer those technologies.
And a question on autonomous tractors then, because I remember when Case came out with theirs, it's probably been, has it been about 5-6 longer years? It's
Probably.
been a while.
Yeah.
And then John Deere just had one that released that does have the cab. I know Kubota has a small little mid-range tractor, compact to mid-range that can do that. So we have some of the technology out there, but how long until you think that actually legally that technology would be available?
Well, parts of those you can probably go get today. But if you're looking at more of through a dealership, I can come to Apples. I think you're really realistically looking in the next couple of years. It could be sooner, but I think in the next couple of years you're going to be able to see commercial options on certain, what I want to say, certain model. And those models, going back to what Alex is doing here at Apples, you got to really think today, if you're a grower, I just throwing this in, is if you're a grower trying to upgrade, whether that's a new or maybe a used machine, and you're thinking about autonomy, that's another part of the decision process of what I'm going to need to put myself into. And I say that mostly on the tractor side because I think that's probably where we're going to see a lot of that initially. But that's just another decision point for farmers in particular as they rotate machines. That if I want to be prepared, and Apples are offering a solution, I got to probably have the right model and right harnesses and etc. on that machine.
Okay. Yeah. Now, we have been working here at Apple Farm Service on some product development here for to help out around the farm. And I say Apples, it's really just been me. But we have this new product out. John, here you can take a listen. You can let me know if you think that this might be just the future of precision. Okay. It's time to take Alexa down to the farm with her latest upgrade.
Hey Alexa, can you feed the cows for us in the morning?
Sure thing, I'm on it.
With the egg package from Amazon, make Alexa finish your chores around the farm.
Hey Alexa, how's my planting going?
You have 500 acres of beans left to go.
We already have all your data and your credit card info. Why not let us take over your farm too?
Hey Alexa, I forgot to spray for spider mites. Can you set a reminder for me?
I already sprayed for you last week.
With custom and easy-to-use settings to personalize to your operation.
Alexa, can you get me a quote on a new John Deere tractor?
Sorry, I can't do that for you. If it ain't red, just leave it in the shed.
It's the egg package from Amazon Alexa. Another step forward from the company that brought you Prime 2 3, 4, whatever day we feel like showing up shipping. Available soon. We've already subscribed you to it. Sorry, the opt-out's a pain. What do you think, John? Is that the future?
I want to learn more. Can I Google that and learn more about it?
It's proprietary. I'm sorry.
You better be careful.
Sure thing, I'm on it. You have 5.
But in all honesty, I mean, we are seeing some movement in that direction, and some of that was touched on. But you think about apps today and Alexa, the parity there, but we're seeing some of that, kind of starting to come forward for sure. But I want to learn more.
You want to learn more? Okay, we'll have to. I'll reach out to Amazon so I can be shut down very quickly.
Kate, you better be careful. Saturday Night Live might try to steal you.
Oh, well, I think that's about all the questions that I have. Anything left for you to discuss, Alex? You can think of anything more you want to share on Precision?
No, we're really excited the way that we're heading with the Precision Department. We got a lot coming down the pipeline. And we just encourage people to reach out if they have questions and start subscribing to those service packages.
Kayla, anything?
Does Dr. John Fulton get a mug?
Well, actually, yes. We have something special for you.
Ooh.
So let me...
Well, our guest is getting a brand new coffee mug. This Apple Farm Service coffee mug is perfect for those cold winter days, with features like a lid to keep your liquids from spilling and a flat bottom to keep your cup from tipping over. The perfect container for coffee, tea, milk, and even water. This Apple Farm Service coffee mug is the perfect stylish addition to your collection of mugs. It's a brand new coffee mug.
Very nicely. I think I'm going to save it for when A Man Without GPS Guidance comes out, so I can use it.
You can use that to sneak into the movie theater?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that is about all that I can think of here for the first episode of Apple Farm Chatter. I thank you guys for tuning in. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe it. But any last words from anyone here? No? Well, without further ado, we'll let you go. Thank you for listening to Apple Farm Chatter.
Thank you for listening to Apple Farm Chatter. If you haven't, subscribe today. Want more from Apple Farm Service? Like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok, and check out our website, applefarmservice.com. Happy farming from your friends at Apple Farm Service and Apple Farm Chatter.